Hey everybody, it happened again. The recent Islamic State attack in Texas that happened on Sunday on May 3rd. It occurred on the exact 40th day window that we were watching since March when the last 40-day fulfillment happened. So you can see this video that was uploaded March 25th. It says the next watch window for an Islamic State event was May 2nd through the 4th, and the Texas attack occurred on May 3rd. So notice this occurred on ancient Passover. So the counting of the days will match the counting of the Omer on the ancient calendar. So 7 days after that attack will land on May 10th, which is Omer day 7. 14 days later will land on Omer day 14, May 17th. Then day 21 on May 24th, day 28 on May 31st, day 35 on June 7th, and the next 40-day window will land on June 12th through the 14th. So we're just add that to the list. The May 2nd through the 4th watch date ended up being the Texas attack, and the next watch will be June 12th through the 15th. So I'm sorry, 12th through the 14th. So notice June 12th to the 14th is the exact date of that this whole pattern started on the Camp Spiker massacre last year. So that was the major watch last year because it was the end of Noah's timeline. You might remember that. So the Camp Spiker massacre started this whole thing. It happened on the exact ancient day of Noah's flood. There's a 40-day window in that story in the Bible. So 40 days after that event, after the Camp Spiker massacre, they destroyed the tomb of Jonah. In the story of Jonah, there's another 40-day period. 40 days after they destroyed the tomb of Jonah, Kim Jong disappeared. And remember, he disappeared for exactly 40 days. Everybody was talking about how weird that was. 40 days after that, the Sony hack occurred at 8:15 a.m. And that was the time that the Hiroshima bomb was dropped. That 70-year anniversary is coming up this year. So the Sony hack occurred at 8:15 a.m. The Ferguson verdict was released at 8:15 p.m. That was on the 40-day watch. The next 40-day watch, that was when the oil explosions happened, and I thought that had something to do with the Islamic State because of the Syrian migrants and the fact that the Islamic State had taken over the Syrian oil fields just before that. So that seemed to be related. 40 days after that, the war request that Obama put against the Islamic State. 40 days after that, Islamic State released a hit list. 40 days after that, the Texas attack occurred. So the next 40-day window will be exactly on the anniversary from last year. That's not a coincidence. And it's also not because the year is 365 days. It has nothing to do with that, because if you divide 365 days by 40, you get 9.125. So it does not, 40 days does not divide evenly into 365 days. So the fact that this next watch window is the exact date, the exact same date that this whole thing started, that is not a coincidence. That the only reason that's happening is because of how these events played out. They scheduled it. Whoever's behind Islamic State, they scheduled these events. They're happening exactly according to a schedule, and they did it in such a way so that the last event, the last 40-day window, would land on the exact same date that it started. So they had to do that. That's not a coincidence. Also, you'll notice there are some other bizarre synchronicities in here, having to do with Flag Day, because June 14th is Flag Day. Remember, the U.S. flag was dropped on cue at the London Olympics in 2012 on Obama's birthday. I mean, this is all tied in together. The June 14th was the first Shavuot in the Daniel 9 prophecy in 1948. In 2013, it was true Shavuot, ancient Shavuot. In 2014, it was the Camp Spiker massacre. And in 2015, it'll be the next 40-day watch according to that pattern that they've been playing out. Remember in Revelation 9, it says the army that rises out of the Euphrates will go in and kill everybody after the asteroid impact. So this is all tied in. The Islamic State rose out of the Euphrates River. So Revelation 9, I have a video on that that I uploaded last June about Revelation 9 and how it connects to the Islamic State. So it says in Revelation 9 that after the asteroid impacts the star that falls from heaven, after that, and it hits, hits the earth, creates this big pit, the smoke comes out of the pit, darkens the sky. After that happens, the army that rises out of the Euphrates will go in and kill everybody where the asteroid hits. So that this seems to be all connected. It says in Revelation 9 that the army will be prepared for a year. And I think it says like a year, a month, and a day or something like that. But the point is, this seems to be that. So this weird, bizarre 40-day pattern that's occurring, that is ending exactly 1 year after it started. I don't know. I just don't think that's a coincidence. The other thing that occurred on ancient Passover this year is the 70th anniversary of the liberation of the Dachau concentration camp. I just thought that was interesting because Passover is all about the liberation. So that just seemed interesting to me that that 70th anniversary, again, 70 is a huge number in the biblical text. The fact that it's a 70th anniversary landing on ancient Passover this year. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to let you know that another fulfillment of this bizarre pattern happened again, and the next window will line up with the exact anniversary of when it all started. I don't know what that means. I'm not saying I know what's going to happen on this window. I'm just pointing out that, okay, it's every single one of these 40-day windows that we've been watching for the past year, every single one of them, something significant has happened. So there's the next one. I don't know. I'm not one of these people out there saying they know when the asteroid's going to hit. You guys know I'm not saying that. I don't know that. The texts tell us we won't know the day. So this may or may not have something to do with that. I don't know. But that is the next watch. The one that we were watching before just happened. So I hope you guys are doing okay. I will talk to you later.